from the Fox 5 studios, this is Silver State Sports Live.
Run to Home Depot, clean out aisle 24, and get all the brooms because the Vegas Golden Knights are looking to sweep the Colorado Avalanche and advance to the Stanley Cup. Welcome in to Silver State Sports Live. I'm Mike Davis. We're breaking it all down as Vince Sapienza and Tony Cordasco will join me, but let's start with some news from Morning Skate. Now, today's Morning Skate brought some news from the Colorado side. Nathan MacKinnon will play tonight in Game 4 after being injured on a blocked shot in Game 3. Also, Scott Wedgwood is out. Mackenzie Blackwood is in. The Avs are making a goalie change. It's business as usual from the Golden Knights end, though. John Tortorella making no changes to the lineup ahead of Game 4, which could punch the team's ticket to their third Stanley Cup in 9 seasons. Here's the captain, Mark Stone, ahead of tonight's game.
I think it's just when you watch, especially you see it, we haven't changed our game no matter what situations we've been in. You can't chase it. If you're chasing the game and turning into a track meet against these guys, they're gonna bury you. I think if you watch the first 2 games, which I did, we got up, we never panicked, and then when we got down, we never panicked. We stayed even keel, and that's when you have success in these types of situations. You got to focus on the next game no matter what situation you're in, whether you're up 1, up 2, down 1, down 2. You just have to focus on the next game. I think that's been our mentality going forward in this playoffs. So I haven't gotten too high, I haven't got too low. Just try and build your game for the next game.
Joining me now is our resident hockey head, our VGK expert, Vince Sapienza. Vince, good to see you. Let's start with this. So, Vegas, a 3-0 lead over the Avs right now. We're ready for the sweep. This is the first question that comes to mind. Why did no one see this coming?
Who would? I mean, Colorado is an absolute machine, and when you look at their roster top to bottom, it is not funny or exaggerate to sit there and say, hey, this is a better team than the one that won the Stanley Cup a few years ago, the year prior to the Golden Knights. Nathan MacKinnon, Cale Makar are just the top of the list. But top to bottom, this roster is as good as it gets in the NHL. It's why they were the President's Trophy winning team. And when you look at the first 30 games of the season, they had only lost 2 or 3 games in the regular season. This team is an absolute wagon, but I think what the Golden Knights have done, and you can go a lot of different angles with it, and that's kind of the beauty of this team. There's no one answer as to why the Golden Knights are doing what they're doing, but John Tortorella, his influence, creating the mindset that he's been doing. William Karlsson's return, he's rounding in the form. Carter Hart looks like a true number 1 netminder on a Stanley Cup team, and when you flush all that out, Jack Eichel, Mitch Marner, William Karlsson as your centers, Tomas Hertl, who's starting to heat up, all of a sudden you're saying, oh, wait, who's the better roster right now? And that's why at this point, and based on what we've seen in the first 3 games, the Golden Knights have been steady Eddie, and that's the reason for their success.
So, I mean, listen, the regular season, the postseason, 2 different animals, 2 different beasts, right? Mm-hmm. I guess my question is, do you think this is more of an indictment on the Avs and their lack of play and the fact that they're dealing with these crucial injuries to superstar players? Or is this more so, hey, the Vegas Golden Knights are just playing out of their mind and you got to tip your cap?
Yeah, a couple things there. So I think Cale Makar missing for the first 2 games for Colorado is a massive deal. That is something that the Avalanche are not used to. Mark Stone, yes, he was out for the first 2 games as well, but the Golden Knights have had experience playing without their captain. They didn't prefer it, but they've gotten used to it, so to speak. So that was a massive hole on their blue line. Games 1 and 2 in Colorado, we saw that in a massive way. A lot of turnovers. They were unable to get the puck on net from the blue line, which is something they were proficient in with Cale Makar back there. Cale Makar comes back in, clearly not 100%. Stone comes back in, clearly not 100%. However, the difference is, right, wrong, or indifferent, regardless of how you feel, Mark Stone is the heartbeat, he is the pulse, he is the soul of this team. And this team plays different when he's on the ice.
Yeah, again, and they still went up 2-0 without him. So,
bingo. And that's the other thing. There's no reason why. Why is it? What is it about him? There's no reason. There's just something in the room that we can't explain. We don't see behind closed doors, and we don't need to.
Yeah.
We see what it looks like on the ice. But the biggest thing is Game 3, Sunday night. The greatest comeback in the history of the franchise, without question. It is a anomaly to maybe the Avalanche faithful, but for the Golden Knights, it is a perfect microcosm of what John Tortorella has instilled in this team, that no matter the score, up, down, or tied, this team is going to play the same. And the reason they played the same is the reason they got back into the game, because they didn't try and get into a track meet with the Colorado Avalanche. Mark Stone talked about it. If we did that, we were going to get blitzed out of our own building. They stayed the course, and he said, if you're going to be down 3-0, it might as well be in the first 20 minutes because we had 40 minutes to get our way back.
They took it possession by possession. So Colorado coach Jared Bednar swapping goalies now. Wedgwood is out, Blackwood is in. Is this going to make a difference?
I don't think so. I think this is something to provide a spark for this team, because obviously Cale Makar is not 100%. Nathan McKinnon, although in, not 100%. If you watch him in that third period, he could barely move. He was stapled to the blue line, stapled up against the ice. I think this is simply Bednar trying to find some new juice, trying to inject some new life, because obviously Mackenzie Blackwood and Scott Wedgwood have had a tandem goalie situation going back and forth all regular season. They've been playing with the hot hand. Maybe Mackenzie Blackwood provides a little, hey boys, let's get after it type of thing. But for me, whether they win this game or not, it won't be the difference in goal. If Carter Hart continues to play the way he has played in the last 6-7 games, then I don't even think the lumberyard really makes a difference. It's about the players that are playing in front of these goalies. And right now, the Golden Knights are hitting on all cylinders.
On our other show, Sound Off Sports, I was talking about the parallels right now between this team and the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks, first time in 27 years, heading back to the NBA Finals. How crazy is it for, a team like the Vegas Golden Knights to be now heading to their potential third Stanley Cup in 9 seasons? The last time the Knicks were in the NBA Finals was 99. The last time they won was in 73. How ridiculous is it for a franchise that is so new to have this level of consistency, this level of play in just a short 9 seasons?
Regardless of what you think of the franchise, and I know a lot of our audience is in favor of the franchise, but that ruthless kind of aggression that we've heard the moniker for the Golden Knights, they live by what they say. They're going for it each and every season. And when you look at this current makeup of the Golden Knights, 12 players are still on the team from that Stanley Cup run. So it's not crazy to sit there and say, hey, this is still a Stanley Cup contending team. But when you put it into perspective that from year one, day one, they have been going for it and they have not taken their foot off the gas, I think that's an important thing, because a lot of owners in a lot of different sports sit there and say, hey, we're going for it, we want to be a contending team. Not all of them live by it. And Bill Foley, again, right, wrong, or indifferent, how you like the way they've gone about it or not, they've gone about it with one goal and one goal in mind, and that is to win. You look at the move they made with Mitch Marner. You can go back to the Fleury trade. You can go back to any trade you didn't like. Yeah. The firing of Bruce Cassidy with 8 games left in the season.
DeBoer, Gallant, the cap manipulation.
Pick any of them.
Anything.
Pick any of them, but there's one common denominator, and that is there a deep belief in this team, the makeup of the roster, that they can go out and win. And I think we are seeing the proof in the pudding. I've said it all year long, the roster is a Final Four type team. They're now 1 win away from a Stanley Cup final. I said it today, they're on the precipice of improbability, because if you would have said the Golden Knights are going to beat the Colorado Avalanche, I would have said those slim to start, let alone have a chance to sweep the President's Trophy winning regular season team. Nobody, not a single soul had that on the bingo card.
On the precipice of improbability. I like those words and how they come together. Thank you so much, Vince. We appreciate it. Still to come on Silver State Sports Live, we have more hockey we got to break down. The great Tony Cordasco is going to join the mix. That's when Silver State Sports Live returns.
This week on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. Your Triple SEN lineup is sponsored by AAA Roadside Assistance. Visit AAA today.
You're watching Silver State Sports Live.
Well, the vibes are high as the Golden Knights have a 3-0 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. But listen, the vibes, they're always high when my next guest joins the party, Mr. Tony Cordasco, co-host of the Locked On Golden Knights podcast. I like to call him Panic at the Dasco. He's got that shirt for us sometimes.
Sometimes.
Listen, Mr. Tony Cordasco, you can find his podcast right here on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network, so make sure you go check that out. But it's good to see you, my man. So, Tony, we're up 3-0 right now. I don't think anyone saw this coming, including you. Is Vegas in this position more so because of their play or rather because of Colorado's play paired with the injuries to Cale Makar and Nathan McKinnon?
Hey, Mike, thanks for having me on again. These are the coordinates. In case I get lost, just return me to the Las Vegas Strip. So that's what these coordinates are. Yeah, just so you know. I think it's mostly the Golden Knights. I mean, they've been able to clog the neutral zone. They continue to put pressure on the Avalanche. They're keeping the Avalanche outside. They're not getting anything net front. I was talking about it on the podcast today. There's not a lot of net front presence. And so I'd have to credit the Golden Knights there. And Johnny Torts, man, what a great job there in coaching up this team. And then defensively, and you have to credit John Stevens for what he has done, the assistant coach. He's the defensive coordinator. So he's put this team in a position there to help out Carter Hart there in net. He's put them in position to block shots, to clog up the neutral zone. I think defensively, this is the best they've played all season.
Yeah, and this is just the 50th time a team has gone up 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Conference Final. All 49 previous teams have made it on to the Cup. So does this newfound dominance give you some supreme confidence against whoever the Golden Knights would ultimately face in the Stanley Cup Finals?
They're going to be a really tough out right now. I'd have to say that, everyone is pointing towards the Hurricanes perhaps as the team to beat right now. But the Golden Knights right now, I mean, they are definitely on the heater. It's going to be interesting to see, right? I did point this out today. If VGK wins tonight, Mark Stone will make sure that this team does not touch the clay. That's the Clarence Campbell Trophy for winning the Western Conference. In 2023, the Golden Knights came out and they said, Mark Stone said, we're not touching that trophy. Why? Because it's not finished yet. Right. Our mission is not complete. And so we'll see again tonight if they do win. That's going to be interesting to see. But remember, I had the Avs in 5, and I made fun of VGK Radio saying Game 5 if necessary. Well, I'll be on this show if necessary again here after that prediction. But no one saw this coming. I know I heard you and Vince and you're bantering. Who could have seen this coming? There's no way. I thought that the Avalanche would be coming in waves offensively, and it's been the Golden Knights, the team that's coming in waves. I thought that the Avalanche would be speedier, but that speed has been neutralized throughout the course of this series. So got to give props to VGK. With that being said,
yeah, 100%.
You know, the way my luck goes.
100%. Let me ask you this, because you're one of the few reporters, media members that likes to tee off on this kind of stuff, but so much off the ice drama from Coach John Tortorella to GM Kelly McCrimmon, this team being voted the most hated NHL team. Is it fair to say that perhaps all this outside noise and judgment, in fact, brought the team closer, leading to more success on the ice? Could it be that off the ice issues could then translate to a closer, tighter knit team on the ice?
Not a day goes by without me getting some sort of a message from someone that I know, someone close to the team, that this team was not getting along. Bruce Cassidy did not like a few players, and he made it known. And I think there was a lot of disruption there in the locker room. And I do believe, through adversity, it's made them a lot better. And I do believe, Johnny Torts just has a magical way of just leading this team. I found it interesting in his presser today. He didn't really say much. I thought he was a little uptight, to be quite honest with you. Maybe his morning bowl of pasta didn't arrive on time or something. But he just didn't he seem a little bit nervous? He just said, no. Okay, I'm done. I showed up so I don't get fined.
You know what? I don't think there's anything to read into anymore in the way in which Tortorella handles his media availability. But let me ask you one last thing here, Tony. So, prediction-wise, ultimately, I think we all believe they're going to complete the sweep. Do you think that's going to happen tonight? And if that were to happen, do you think they ultimately win the Stanley Cup?
Well, it's hard to stop them now. I heard your Knicks analogy, and you and I are both Knickerbocker fans, and I was just a wee little thing back when they won the last time in '73. But they're on this ride, this magical ride right now, and again, Tortorella could do nothing wrong tonight. The only thing I think Mackenzie Blackwood does give a little bit of life to the Avs. His last outing where he won the game against Minnesota, he only gave up 2 goals. If he does that tonight, then we'll see this Avalanche team in contention. I can't believe the way that the last two games, the Avalanche get off to that early lead, off to a good start, and then they just fade away. And we'll have to see what Nathan McKinnon, what he actually has tonight. Cale Makar and him, they slowed things down, especially on the power play. That can't happen tonight. Good thing that Cole Smith is back in the lineup tonight. I thought he broke his left arm after I saw that last. And then Mark Stone on that third line. Remember, I said at the start of this series that VGK needed to roll 4 lines, and they didn't have – the third line was gone, man. They were just in absentia or something. And now we've got a third line here in Vegas where you have Tommy Hurdle, Tommy Boy, scoring a goal the other night, and Stone. So they do have four good lines now to roll. And, it's going to be tough to beat them. Again, if it's Carolina has home ice advantage. That's a long trek here, coast to coast. We'll have to see how that shakes out. But right now, I think there's a lot of momentum. And I don't believe that the Golden Knights want to go back to Colorado. I think if they have to go back to Colorado after tonight's game, Johnny Torts will be another no-show for the presser. Let's get up there. Let's go. Let's just go.
The great Tony Cordasco, a must-listen right now during this Stanley Cup playoffs. You got to listen to Locked On Golden Knights. Thanks so much, Tony.
Thanks, Mike. Great to see you. Thank you.
All right, next up, we're talking about the call-up, the A's pitching prospect you need to know, getting the nod.
You're watching Silver State Sports Live.
Welcome back to Silver State Sports Live. Let's talk some baseball, a bit of good and a bit of bad news for the Athletics. The division rival Seattle up on the A's last night, defeating the guys in green and gold 9-2. A brutal third inning for pitcher Aaron Savali as the Mariners scored 6 and never looked back. But let's get to that good news. There it is. The A's still hanging on to first place in the AL West, a game and a half ahead of the Mariners. So a critical series right now at home. 2 more games to go before they take on the Yankees, who are coming to town. And no pressure for the number 3 overall A's prospect, Gage Jump, who's now getting the call for the start tonight. Jump is coming from right here in Las Vegas, promoted from the AAA Las Vegas Aviators. The 23-year-old has had a really nice May with a 2.75 ERA, giving up no runs and striking out 15 in his last 11 innings. Jump's MLB debut is set for tonight. First pitch, 6:40. And from the diamond to the hardwood, Plum Dog. She went off, ruining batter night for the Aces. 101-95. The LA Sparks take down Vegas. Kelsey Plum, you see her there, dropped 38 on her former team. But Asia did her thing too, going 24-15. Now the Aces are 4-2 on the season. Both losses, ironically, coming at home. They'll look to get back on track on Thursday as they take on the Wings in Dallas. Coming up, New York City is partying like it's 1999. Sweeping the Cavs back in the finals for the first time in 27 years. We'll take you inside the celebration and give praise to the Prince of New York.
You're watching Silver State Sports Live.
Cue the Sinatra. You gotta love it. Shout out to Sinead Ortizar for sending that video in. The Raven Bar, Upper East Side, New York City is on fire because the Brunson burner is igniting the Knicks and New York City, taking care of business, and the Cleveland Cavs with the sweep. Now the Knicks are riding an 11-game win streak in the NBA Finals, the first time in 27 years. That was all the way back in 1999. And Jalen Brunson's father, Rick, who's now a coach with the team, was a member of that 99 squad. Let's take a look at something I want to highlight. My man right there, Jalen Brunson, a good friend of mine, somebody I grew up with, a family friend, the Davis family, the Brunson family. There's my brother Hank with Jalen and I. Listen, this guy is a proven leader, a proven winner. The way that he has given this team belief, hope, you can't beat it. There's Mama Davis. We're wishing Jalen Brunson and the Knicks all the success this coming NBA Finals. Listen, the bond this team has, it's like Coco Lemon. You can't break it. We're going to see what they can do, whether it's Wemby and the Spurs or Shea and the Thunder. Go New York, go. Brunson burner, Larry Bird Trophy winner, Eastern Conference MVP. Let's go Knicks.